Hey, this is Rick and welcome back to another DIY do-it-yourself project. Now this is going to be a project that we've done in the past, so it's kind of revisited. What I have here is I've got about 5 meters, 12 millimeter wide LED red, green, blue LEDs. Now this is the waterproof version, which means it has a little rubber shell over top of it that's see-through that allows the LEDs to beam out. For the application I'm using, I went with the waterproof because it's also going to be an aquarium light, and I'm also going to try it out as a grow light for supplemental lighting on some of my seedlings and plants. Now if you're not familiar with LED strip lighting, so what you want to do is, so this strip comes with a self-adhesive backing. It's a 3M backing on the back here. And just in case that doesn't work out, I've got some double-sided tape, and I may go put that on there. There's also some clips that you can buy that you can screw in. I'm going to try it this way for now. If I need to, I could buy the clips if the tape doesn't work. I'll also link to that later on. So what you want to do is you want to peel off the adhesive. I've cut a 5/4 deck board about 35 inches long, and I'm going to run my LED up to right about here, and then I'm going to cut it off. So you peel this sticky tape back, and you could lay it out with a straight line, or you can eyeball it. It's not going to hurt anything. And make sure it's down there nice and tight. And I've drilled holes in the end of my board, and that's what's going to be able to hold it for my grow light application. But for an aquarium light, you'll see that when I do that. So at the end of these LED strips, you're going to see a line right where the contacts, the copper contacts, come in. And that is where you're going to tie in your cables. And I picked up these. So these solderless connectors are nice because you just pop open one side. Once you cut your strip, it goes over those contacts. All you got to do is make sure your colors line up with the polarities that you have on the strip. So you pop that open like that, and hopefully you can see right in there the little contacts. And you slide your strip up underneath that contact and then close it, and that makes a connection. So once you stretch that out, take a nice pair of sharp scissors here, and there's a line right there you want to cut. So you cut right across that. Now, because I have a waterproof outer cover here, you're going to want to cut that back so that your connector will slide on there. If you don't have that cut back, it won't go under there. Now these little snaps are interesting because you got to pop them out like that. You got to get your finger up underneath there and then pull that little tab open, and then hopefully you can see that. Where that starts, that rubber coating starts, and just a little nick in it, and then peel it back. And be careful you don't damage the LED chip or the board. And once you've got that peeled back and you got the contacts on there, we're ready to put the clip on. Now this particular leg kit, I think it was around 10-12 bucks. Comes with a power supply and remote sensor, and this ties into the other end of the power connector, and then you're good to go. Also comes with a 44 function remote, and you can see it there. It is a red, green, blue strip, which means you can basically make any color you want, from white to whatever. You can have it come on at a certain timer plugged into a timer. You can adjust the light sensitivity for brightness from low to high, and there's some other various functions. You can check that out online. Okay, so now you can see that that is completely removed now, and we just have the shiny copper connector on there. And our clip, following the red, green, blue that it says right on there, is going to go on there just like that, underneath of those little tips there. And then that locks it down nice and tight. Now, if this isn't showing good enough, check out some other YouTube videos and they show you a little bit clearer. I don't have the camera set up to film the whole thing. So our strip is laid out there on the end. We still have our hole set up here for the hanger. And we'll make sure that we have our blue, red, green. That's blue. So we'll slide it right under that tip. Like that. and then just lock it down. And what that does is that holds that contact right on there. If I can show you that. Like that. It's locked in there now. We have connector and we can tie into our next strip. Now I went ahead and put this on a meter before I started, and it came in at 35 watts. Doesn't sound like a lot, but this should be enough supplemental light to definitely maybe grow some plants, seedlings, or also we're going to use it as an aquarium light. So I'm showing two ways of doing this so that we can hit two different types of applications. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these out and start laying them out. And rather than bore you, I'll cut back to the video when we're all the way at the top. Okay, so once you get all your strips laid out and you start to make your tie-ins, you're going to want to go ahead and power each one of them. Make sure you've got your strips laid out right and your polarities are going the right way on these connectors. Like I said, here you got your remote and you can turn them off and on. You can increase the level of brightness. And believe me, these are the 50/50 strips. I don't know if I said that. Like I said, check back my other video and it gives you maybe a little bit more information. This is just how to lay them out. We'll turn that off, and now you can see I've got these equally spread, and I've got 5 rows of LEDs here. So let me go ahead and I'll make the rest of the tie-ins. Okay, so it's all wired up now. And you can see how it's just daisy chained together. So it comes in through this one, goes through here, back around through this one, back to here, and then right down the center one where it dead ends right there. So there you go, it's complete. Now you can either support it with something in your tank above there, and that'll give you a nice tank light, and you can cut it to whatever size you want. If you have a 10 gallon, 20 gallon, 55 gallon, 75 gallon, 100 gallon, whatever it is you want to do, there's your completed light. You can either screw this to the top of your lid, you can make some kind of support on there. Leave it up to you how you guys want to do that. I'll just show it to you working in my tank when I'm done. Now here we go. We'll go ahead and change it to white. That was blue. You can do red. You know, guys, you like to use red for some things. So it's at its lowest setting right now. We can go ahead and raise it up, and you'll see it's getting brighter and brighter. And there's the max. That's pretty bright. So that's it for the build section. We'll go ahead and we'll put it in place and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so this is with the factory light on. I do have some blue LEDs that I installed myself into the strip light housing. Let me see if I can show you that. See the little blue LEDs? The LED LEDs, they're all lit up. And that's what it looks like with the factory light on. Now we'll install our new LED light that we just made and see if there's any difference. You be the judge. Okay, so here we are. The light is finished now, and we'll go ahead and we'll turn it on. And that's the white. There's the low setting. And there's the high setting. So we'll set it all the way up. Like I said, you can turn it whatever color you want. Blue. So for an aquarium light, this will work great. Put it back to white. And we'll go ahead and we'll set it in. So let me go ahead and put this on pause, and I'll black out the room and we'll take a look. Alright, so the room is completely blacked out now, and I'll go ahead and turn on the light, and now you can see. It's nice and bright for a fish tank. The light costs you probably under $10 for a nice LED light. Now, if your soldering skills are good, you can go ahead and solder it and you don't have to buy those clips. But there's probably, I think I bought those clips for $5 off of eBay or Amazon. You can get them at either one. I'll put the links at the bottom of the description in the video. This is my flower horn aquarium. She's actually in the corner there and just turned the light on, so she's a little freaked out right now. But now you can put we'll put the blue on. Some people like the blue for moon lighting. Kind of gives it a neat kind of a color to the tank. There's red. And back to white. So that's the setup for the aquarium lighting. So check out the video before this and you saw what the fluorescent tubes look like on the tank, and you can compare the difference between the fluorescent tubes and the LED strip lights that we just made, and let me know what you think. And now we'll go to mounting it for a grow light. Okay, so this is a picture of my current setup. This is my grow setup for just small seedlings or houseplants that we tried to clone out or repot. So that's the setup there, and I'll show you the difference with the new LED light setup, and we'll start that next. Okay, so now you can see the new grow light and how it's set up. All I did was just wire tied the board up there, and like I said, with the fish light, you can change it to different colors. We'll put some red in there. Some guys like to grow with red with their plants. Put a little blue in there, and the white. Now you might not want these strip lights. They're 50-50, and that's the size of the LEDs. There is other strips out there that are a little bit more brighter, intense light. But this is just to show you how to build this and give you an idea of what you can do with these lights. So I thought I would just share it with everybody. And I appreciate some feedback, and let me know how your project makes out. Once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. I believe it's down here. Share with your friends, and I'll put the links under the description of my video on YouTube for the clips and some strip lighting and anything else that I can think of that would help you with your project. Take care.